Hello everybody, it's DayZ Princess here, but you can just call me Rin, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about DayZ today. So what we're going to do today is start a fire, and the first thing we're going to do is gather some dark bark, or light bark, any kind of bark. So we're going to get 2 pieces, so 2 full circles, and then if we press the big square pad in the middle of your controller, I don't even know what that's called, but you press that and you'll see what's in the vicinity and what's in your equipment, and you're going to go over to where the bark is by tapping on your right R1. Okay, so the little clicker at the front of your controller, the one on top, not the trigger at the bottom. And then you're going to take that bark and you're going to put it into your inventory by tapping square. So that's in your inventory now. Okay, it's over here. Alright, now we're going to put our knife away. We can tap square and put it in our inventory. And then we're going to look around for a tree or a bush that's small enough that we can break it up. So if we look at this bush, we can see it says gather long stick, hold. So we're going to hold right trigger, and that will help us to gather a long stick. And once we've broken that down, we can do vicinity again, and we can pick that stick up by pressing square again, and then it's in our hands. And then we're going to use right trigger to split. So we're going to hold right trigger down, and we're going to split that stick up into pieces by holding the trigger. Okay, now we've got in our hands 3 sticks. We're going to go over to our equipment and go down to the bark, and we're going to click X, which is combine. And then if we do right trigger, it will craft a fireplace, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to click down on our thumb pad, and then it says craft a hand drill kit. So we're going to hold right trigger, and that will craft a hand drill kit. Okay, and we have a look. Sticks are in our hands and the hand drill kit is on the ground. So we're going to press square to swap them over. Now the hand drill kit is in our hand, and then we're going to go over to the bark, and we're going to drop the piece of bark that's in our inventory by holding down square. Drop that on the ground too. Okay, now we're going to go over and hover over the bark, and you'll see it says combine down the bottom, X to combine. So we're going to click X, and then it says ignite. So we're going to hold ignite, and this is going to light that on fire. Now because we did it right in place, we're now standing on it and we're dying. Okay, so you've got to walk backwards and get off it as quickly as you can, otherwise you're going to die. If you look on the right hand side, my health has gone down a chunk. Okay, so now we go back to vicinity, and we can drag those sticks by using right click, drag them right down and put them on the fuel, and they go into the fuel there. Okay, oh no, now our fire's gone out, but it's okay, because if we look at the fire, it says reignite, hold square. So we can just hold the square and blow on the fire, and it's going to start again. Okay, it's going to start again. There we go. So now we have a nice fire. Do not step on the fire, you will die. Okay, the other thing that happens when you walk on fire is it ruins your shoes. So mine are okay at the moment, but a lot of times you'll find your shoes have been damaged by the fire. Okay, so now we can be by the fire and our temperature is going up and our health is going up. So as long as we don't stand on the fire again, our health will continue to go up. Just running around the fire a little bit. Now, another thing you can do is have a look around at some of these medium-sized trees and see if you can get firewood. See, that one says gather firewood. So firewood will burn hotter and it will give you a buff quicker. So if we get a piece of firewood, that in our hands, we can go back over. If we look at the fire, it'll say attach. We can put the firewood in the fire using our right trigger again. Okay, so that's going to give us a heat buff. A heat buff is on the right hand side on the temperature gauge. If we're getting a plus on there like we are now, that means you're getting a heat buff. When that plus is steady, that means that you've got a heat buff. So we might stay here and get a heat buff. Now I find on Chinaris you don't really need a heat buff. You absolutely need one on Sakal. And I've heard Livonia is wet, but I haven't really played Livonia much, so that's something for the future. But yeah, Sakal you probably only need to get a heat buff if it's raining, and you would do that inside of a house. So that's just how to light your first fire in DayZ. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. If I get to 50 subscribers, then I'm allowed to stream on YouTube. Okay, see you later.